Hello and welcome back. My name is Literally Dead, and today I have another 10-15 team for you today, this time with Dash and Slash Ian. The relics I'll be running will be the TP, Insignia, and Mask relics. Meanwhile, the altars I'll be running will be 15 Blacksmith and 10 Hero. Let's just jump right in and see what happens. And because of the 15 Blacksmith altar, we can choose a tier 3 item at the start. I would go for silver and or scrolls to make a tier 4 Ian at the very start. After, you can use the Blacksmith altar as like a reroll for better equipment like swords, staffs, or even medals. So relic affixes are pretty interesting for this build. Usually I would focus on relics with speed affixes, but Ian doesn't benefit from speed like at all, so I tried to find all my strongest relics that didn't have like speed relics or as little speed affixes as possible, and this was the best I could manage for now. It's not a huge difference, so don't worry about it so much, but it is something I would keep in mind if I were you. Okay, so the plan for this is, in the first 9 to 10 rounds, let Ian do his thing on the TP spot and take out the backline. For Lily, you really don't have to worry about merging Lily until like round 10 and up. The reason why is because Ian, when he teleports, is invulnerable and can't get hit. Only for like a second or two, but during that time he can still do his concentration thing in his ability and deal damage. The Lily is there so that she can take the initial hit from the teleport guys who target the weakest unit at the start of the round. You know what I'm talking about, it's the guys that show up by like round 5. Also, you can add Looney to your form between round 10 and 15 as extra protection and an extra boost for your Ian. The Insignia relic is there to amplify Ian's damage output. He does so much damage and it's actually crazy, but it does suck a little bit after he's locked when doing his animation for attacking, even when there's no enemies in his range. It becomes especially like scary later in the chapter when he targets the Void Witches in the backline but can't reach the Void Destroyers. Like imagine he's still attacking the air and the Void Destroyers reach him. He's kinda done for. But by this time your Lily should be strong enough to distract the Void Destroyers. Also, the Mask relic is there to make it seem like Ian's 5x5 attack range is bigger because they'll be spread out in the backline. Also, 2 Ians mean much more damage output, which is what we need. This build is a little tricky because there's no shield relic. If you want to play it safe but do less damage, I would personally swap out the Insignia relic and replace it with the shield relic. And that's if you want to play it safe. I would probably recommend it, to be honest, but I think with the Insignia relic it is a little bit faster. Alright, boss time, and for this, I'd usually say be careful with how many Looney you put in because you'll have the Insignia relic, but since this team doesn't have a shield relic, it makes things a little difficult. So Ian does so much damage, it's kind of ridiculous, so I think you're fine to add as many Looney as you want. In my opinion, he clears this chapter super easy, and with the mighty blocks that those Looney give, it just makes it a little bit easier. Alright, cool, I'm gonna do the bonus challenge now, and while I do that, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you do, maybe Ian will be your friend, and since he's connected to Mel, maybe you can get closer to her, you little simp. Alright, just subscribe. Later.